think I can't attribute book sales because we got to figure out how to do that with Amazon, where these links are coming from. But definitely got quite a few book sales, which was great. But I thought it would be a heck of a lot more. But I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to try it on different platforms. I'm going to try it on YouTube. Try to because obviously we're on there all the time as well. And by the way, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you need to get one today. It's the best way to have free marketing, just like LinkedIn, but in video form.
All right. We don't want to start off a podcast with a negative story, but I mean, I guess sharing things that don't go as planned can be something we could teach the audience.
Yeah. I for sure. I mean, I guess it's reality and it happened, and this is what they call foreshadowing, setting the stage for something that really wasn't that huge a deal, but I think it was on a lot of levels. So I mean, we before the podcast we started talking, and I ran a paid LinkedIn campaign for my book and course and that stuff, and I wasn't that happy with it. I get a lot of, I mean, we talk about this all the time, did I get a lot of impressions? Yep. But I didn't get a whole lot of people. What's hilarious is it was my usual group of individuals who are, kind of loyal people that I talk back and forth with and or have different, things. There were some new people that entered the fray for sure, but I wasn't that happy with it. And the funniest thing is I really did some research afterwards. Don't do what I did. This is what you don't want to do. Go and do research afterwards, and you realize LinkedIn is a fantastic platform, but for paid boosting and paid campaign stuff, it's really, really, really expensive and not that effective. And I know LinkedIn's going to not be happy that I'm saying all these things, but I love LinkedIn for organic content. And then, I need to take a little bit of my own, advice and stick with the organic, because it looks cool. I mean, you do a paid campaign, and you look down at your post, and you've got 185,000 impressions, and you're like, whoa, okay, this is great. And then you look at the engagements, and you're like, huh, okay. So basically, I paid for people to look at my stuff that really don't care. Now, with LinkedIn, you can drill down on who you want to be seeing your stuff, but you really can't pay to have those engage. Learned that the hard way. I watch Hormozy's clips now all the time, and they're just gold, one after another, where he takes phone calls and he just is helping people with their businesses, and I'm like, Chris and I should do this. Anyway,
yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, yeah, we'll spice it. Next week, we're gonna take calls. We'll send a group text, and we'll send a group text out to 50 people we know, and be like, in the next half an hour, call this number, and we'll put you on. If you don't get through, try again, and then if you don't get through, try one more time. Is it going to be and on line one, we have Matthew Ray
First
Scott.
time, long time. Hey, I really love to listen to you guys. This is Matthew J. Scott. I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kidding. I think we should do that. That would be fun. Yeah, we should try it. But
I doubt anybody will call. But
I don't know if anybody listening to us watch Hormozy's clips. I mean, they're gold, and he's just taking, And by the way, I found out the other day in watching one of his clips that all of the Hormozy highlights that are called are all done with his AI agent. Does all of them. It's kind of his experimentation with AI and working it with his content, and it's really good. So anyway, yeah. But back to LinkedIn. We talk about organic all the time. Well, I learned firsthand exactly why I should keep sticking with my advice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've been tempted many times to, hit the boost button, and then I found out, and the reason I didn't is I found out that it has to say promoted on it, which I find annoying. Why can't they just let you boost it without it saying promoted?
Yeah, it does, and I think it just really, that turns people off.
It does, yeah.
Is it an impression? Sure. They look at it, and then they see promoted, and they go, I'm good. Boop. And away they go. And I found out, I mean, I spent some pretty good money. I mean, I didn't spend, tens of thousands of dollars or anything, but thousands of dollars, and I didn't get the engagement / what I thought I would get out of it. So for whatever that's worth. And maybe this campaign just wasn't a smart one by, I didn't pull the right levers. I don't know. And yes, everybody who's listening to this, I know that there are LinkedIn consultants out there that can tell me exactly how to do it. I get it, but I'm learning for myself, so I know without, so I can pass on to others.
Yeah, but that's why we're the organic people, right? So it was a test.
Sure.
We tried it, you tried, I've thought about trying. I mean, what I know is, just from knowing kind of the audiences, LinkedIn paid can be brutal for like healthcare people that pick up on this stuff quickly, like C-suites and entrepreneurs. It's like they don't click ads. That's why I don't like the promoted thing about it. Like they click warm intros, trusted referrals, peer recommendations, but the ad thing I think is if LinkedIn did a better job of not appearing to be an ad, then maybe it would do a lot better. But
I totally agree.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
I really tried to. I used posts that were easily optimized. I mean, I did a lot of deep dive research with AI and things like that, and really tried to, create something with a CTA at the end, to go to the digital trust audit. And I just did not get what I thought I would get. I thought I would get thousands of people to take the audit, and it was nowhere near that. So
I don't think the takeaway is paid never works, right? I think it's
I agree.
It's probably that paid is not the primary channel and audience for what you were doing at the time, but I bet you still get some wins off it. I mean, maybe it's just kind of compounding to something.
I think I can't attribute book sales because we got to figure out how to do that with Amazon, where these links are coming from, but. Definitely got quite a few book sales, which was great. But I thought it would be a heck of a lot more. But I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to try it on different platforms. I'm going to try it on YouTube. Try to, because obviously we're on there all the time as well. And by the way, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you need to get one today. It's the best way to have free marketing, just like LinkedIn, but in video.
I wonder if these Indiana high school athletes, I don't know if you saw this in the news, are going to start their own YouTube channels as they now can profit from personal branding, which is kind of crazy. Did you see this?
They can do that in Florida now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. They can have NIL deals. NIL deals. Yeah.
For high school.
Yep. In high school. Yeah. I think Texas was the one that started it, but yeah. I may be wrong in Florida now that I say.
I mean, if that's not enough, push to you, someone listening that is scared to, get off the bench and start to put their, reach and thought out there, engage with people and build your thought leadership. I don't know what it is. I mean, if people are doing it, as kids and making, potentially six figures or more with their brand, why are people afraid to create their own? I mean, I know why I was afraid. I was just, nervous of putting my voice out there. I totally understand that. But if we can do anything now on this podcast is empower you to do so, because the world wants to hear what you have to say. Because we all know, we all know we have the magic in us. It's just sometimes we don't believe it. But I find that super fascinating that these high schools can do that. I mean, it's, these personal brands, it's not a luxury. It's an investment that supports your professional presence and becomes your biggest asset.
Well said. Yeah. Yeah, and it's yours to take with you wherever you go. It's yours to take, to utilize any way you want. And I just think of so many people that we know. I mean, Johnny Cafaro and people like that who, have gone to different organizations, different companies, and I know Johnny's brand, and so does everybody else that's in healthcare, and it's just I'm fascinated when I hear somebody say, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything like that. I just don't see any value in that." I don't know how you can say that in 2026. There's just no way. It's the easiest way to market whatever you want to market moving forward. It is.
Someone needs to create a personal brand of being a thought leader in AI data centers, not destroying our planet.
I listened to a podcast. All right, since we're going to go down that road, I listened to the podcast this morning, and now what they're saying is that they're going to build. It's all about the energy, obviously. It's all about they need the energy to run.
Yeah, and they pass the buck down the regular guy like you and me.
Yeah, exactly. And they're developing these turbines that strictly work off of air and low amounts of energy and da 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 da. So, I think if of the millions of people who are listening right now, if you can figure out a way to run a data center environmentally conscious, as well as don't use up all of our water and don't create a footprint that's this or that. I mean, that's the wave of the future. I would bet.
Yeah, I mean, I was just in my line of work. I was reading an article this morning. I shared it today. I mean, peptide manufacturing has a huge effect on the environment and needs to be optimized for the future as it scales. So it's fascinating. Some of the industries.
Why is that? I don't know. Is it just the waste?
So many peptides are manufactured through a process called solid state peptide synthesis, and these processes, they were developed almost 60 years ago. They still require substantial quantities of hazardous materials, and it's a process that's followed by purification and isolation of these peptides, which also involves significant, like the data centers, amounts of water and organic solvents as waste.
I did not know that. Are the majority of peptides, are they created or manufactured, made in the U.S. or?
No, actually, it's the complete opposite. They're mostly created in China and India, but they're FDA. The ones we get them from before we compound them are FDA greenlit facilities. Gotcha. The FDA visits internationally. Yeah.
Now here's another question. I'm fascinated by this. So, are all peptides FDA greenlit?
So okay, yeah, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole. This is a good episode.
We've conquered everything.
Not to toot our own horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So peptides. Okay, so if we're talking about what I do, which is chain of custody medication, 503A compounding pharmacies, which requires a prescription sent in by the doctors, and then we produce that medication in the facility and then send it out to the patient or the clinic. So there's a whole chain of custody that goes along with that. If we're talking about that, so we source FDA greenlit API. So the API that we purchase, just like any other medication we get come from suppliers that are greenlit by the FDA, and they follow GMP, and everything is up and up. And we every batch we buy, we require C of A's and all the correct paperwork. Now,
does everybody have to do that?
No, they don't. That's what makes that's the difference, and not everybody knows that. That's why it's really important for doctors to vet the right compounding pharmacies. And then after that, batches can be periodically tested once they're made at the compounding pharmacies. Notice periodically. Some compounding pharmacies don't test every batch. We do test every batch. Some don't because they don't have to, but they're still compliant with USP 795, 797, 800. So you want to work with a pharmacy that tests every batch.
Yeah, no kidding. See, I did not know that. I thought that the FDA was heavily involved in making sure that, I didn't get an accidental, or I'm not just saying me, but anybody listening doesn't get an accidental shot of fentanyl or something.
They are. So they are involved, and it is still rigorous compliance, but it's not the extra layer that's I think that should be mandatory. It's expensive. It's $50,000 a batch to test some of these things. So to answer your question, so the FDA has oversight, and of the state board has oversight over the facilities each state, but anything compounded, whether it's bulk compounded or as 503B or 503A, none of that leaves facilities FDA approved. It cannot be. They cannot sit in every compounding pharmacy, which is thousands across the country, and stamp every medication that goes out of the pharmacy. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, yeah. Okay.
Mass-produced medication is new concept for us. It started in the 50s and 60s, but it's the only thing a lot of people know. What we do has been around for centuries.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I learned something new because I had no idea that there was not everybody was as rigorously tested as they should be.
Exactly. Yeah. You had a question?
Well, no, that's good. I've learned something now. Well, I mean, because it's you see it all over the place, and obviously with the administration kind of pushing for peptides to be.
Well, I'll do a little spot right here. Wearing my hat, truthtides.com. So evidence-based peptide, source-locked website. So if you go to truth-tides.com, you have the ability to go through some of the most popular peptides and look at the studies. So it's graded based on the studies, which most are preclinical anyway. So if people are interested in learning more, definitely check it out. It's a fantastic tool for providers and patients. Beyond that plug, an important part is the other peptides that are out there that people can buy online without a prescription. Who knows where those are coming from? They say they've got purity in testing. They don't need to provide any of that. So that there's a lot of people that are having successful, managing their own health and not getting sick from these, but there is an insane amount of risk if you buy these online. The market was created because Biden administration banned these peptides, and then all of a sudden research-only vials were allowed to be a thing. It's a whole loophole, and it's part of the market that is hopefully RFK is going to wipe out completely pretty soon.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know, and it's I think that's good education for people, and plus you have a cool hat, so there you go.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Well, all right, we've conquered the AI data center issue, peptides, and then maybe next week
LinkedIn ads. Yeah.
LinkedIn ads, and next week we'll shoot for.
We're doing a call. We're doing a radio show.
That's right. We're doing a call-in, so we're gonna.
I don't know how we're gonna do that.
We'll have our group of cohorts that are out there, and we'll get some calls next week. That'll be the plan.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out logistics, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Or we can just have one of us with like a different voice, like off camera, going.
Hey, all right, that's a wrap.
Yeah. Anyway, talk to you next week.
See ya.
Bye.